There are a lot of movies, video games, and TV shows out there, and believe it or not, they don't all exist for the purpose of holding your nostalgia for ransom. Some media actually have real people working on them rather than a bunch of assembly line workers. People who style and sign that work with their identity in an attempt to make something that is not only entertaining, but unique and maybe even thought provoking. I don't know if any of that would describe my pitch for a comedy series, but it still means so much to me, as dumb as it may be. This series pitch started out with a few simple ideas, stories and jokes, some based on my life experiences and some that I just thought were funny. Slowly but surely, a world eventually began to grow. Characters, settings, and eventually, this little world of mine had a name. Chester Peak. And yes, this is a play on the name Chesapeake. I just thought it sounded nice. The world of Chester Peak is similar to our own and looks mundane at first glance, but this world has a lot more crazy secrets than it seems. Kinda like the crazy world we live in. Except our world doesn't have a government that pays a loser nobody to leak secrets and share alien tech from Area 51 because they know the general public won't believe him, a popular electronic musician who's secretly a superpowered cyborg, and then there's James. He's a struggling comic artist, works at the local supermarket. Okay, not everyone can be a winner. Success doesn't really like to discriminate. I mean, it does prefer if you're a hard worker or have talent, but it doesn't always seem that way. Sometimes people are lucky enough for their talent to be noticed, others are lucky enough to get by with no talent. And some people, talented or not, are often left high and dry, feeling gypped or wondering if they were even good enough to begin with. This sort of leads into another character that I want to introduce more in depth. This is Kay. At least this is the best visual representation I can provide of her. On the off chance that you are in fact blind, you may not have noticed that my visual art isn't very professional or good. I just wanted to go ahead and address the elephant in the room, but bear with me. I'm a writer, not a painter. She is a tween in middle school. She doesn't have the best grades, but has an incredibly creative mind. She loves filmmaking. In fact, it's the only thing she can see herself doing for a career. And she's also a nonviolent werewolf who can communicate with other animals, so there's that. She tries to keep that hidden, but often feels conflicted about doing so. She knows that it is part of who she is, for better or worse, and doesn't feel comfortable hiding it. She wants to be transparent about it and knows she has friends who will stand by and support her, but fears she may be wrongly labeled for something she doesn't let define her. Existing in this self-sustained bubble can feel lonely. This is a bubble that I still have trouble popping today. For the most part, however, Kay is pretty laid back, but as she grows older and continues to push herself towards her dream career, seeds of doubt are planted. She discovers how competitive the industry really is, asks herself if she really is good enough, or if she's just a dreamer, and knows that she could give it 120% and still not make it. The pool of dreamers is massive, but the pool of success is a lot smaller, and Kay is attempting to land in that pool after jumping from the high dive. She feels as though she can't turn back, though. After all, she's tried to research other career options and decided that she couldn't stand making a living out of them. Filmmaking is the only thing she loves, and it's the only thing she can see herself doing. Yet, she worries she'll never see such a thing. I feel the same way. I can't picture myself counting beans or checking your prostate. I yearn for creative expression, despite the fact that the odds of me making it in the industry are slim at best. I feel hesitant sticking to my guns, but hey, life is short. Might as well follow your dreams. This character is far more developed than any of the other characters in Chester Peak. In fact, she is the first character I envisioned. Despite this, I feel hesitant to include her in the pitch yet, because her story doesn't have an ending yet. Same goes for me. Kay is one of the characters that embodies everything I love and hate about myself. Everything I am, yet wish I could be and hope to become. Our stories haven't reached their endings or even their climaxes yet, but here's hoping that these stories have happy endings.